Alright, it's time for another SeaWorld talk, as they're getting 5 coasters this year. And they're getting a new coaster in each their major parks. In SeaWorld Orlando, San Antonio, and San Diego, and also Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, and Williamsburg. With Williamsburg supposed to be getting one in 2021 as well. What's going on, SeaWorld? We gotta talk about this. So we'll start with Orlando, and they're going to be getting Icebreaker. And as described by SeaWorld, it's named after the Icy Arctic Summits. Icebreaker will feature 4 airtime-filled launches, both backwards and forwards, culminating in a reverse launch into the steepest beyond vertical drop in Florida, a 93-foot tall spike with a 100-degree angle. Thrills continue as riders fly over a near vertical top hat maneuver into a series of exciting twists, turns, and airtime hills. And this brand new coaster will be located across from Wild Arctic and opens this coming spring in 2020. So, this ride is a launch coaster being made by Premier Rides, and it's rumored to have 2 trains that will carry 18 passengers each, which will be achieved by using a horizontal sliding mechanism. And for those who don't know, it's where you can pretty much have one train loading while the other one's on the track, and then when one on the track is done, they just slide the train out that got loaded, and that system just keeps getting repeated and repeated, so on and so forth. And it's supposedly going to be a nice second ride with the 4 launches they talked about, 2 going each way. And it's going to have that 93-degree spike with a 100-degree drop. That is going to be built in that Wild Arctic area of the park. And it should be a decent addition. And trust me, no one has any clue why this track's orange. We wish we knew, but it might be better than everything being blue in the park. Who knows? Anyways, I think this would be a great addition for the park. Even though they don't really have a launch coaster, but most of Orlando's parks have a lot of launch coasters between Universal and Disney. So maybe I would like to see not a launch coaster, but it's a pretty good addition for the park since they don't have one yet. Then in San Antonio, we've got Texas Stingray, and as described by SeaWorld, the excitement continues at SeaWorld San Antonio as we announce our new Texas Stingray wooden roller coaster. When it opens in spring 2020, this ride will become the tallest, fastest, and longest wooden coaster in Texas, which is pretty remarkable because there's 2 Six Flags Texas parks there. So this new addition to SeaWorld San Antonio will feature a drop of 100 feet with over 15 airtime hills. And hold on tight, the top speed of this fast wood coaster in Texas is 55 miles per hour. And Texas Stingray will be located across the new Turtle Reef exhibit between Orca Stadium and the Rio Loco River Rapids ride. So this is going to be a wooden roller coaster built by GCI, which recently has made some pretty great wooden coasters like Mystic Timbers and Kings Island that's in Ohio. It will be 3,379 feet long and feature a 100-degree drop while going 55 miles per hour. And there will be a 100-foot tunnel in it as well with some banks and turns reaching 80 degrees. And it will also have 15 airtime hills, which is absolutely bizarre. And it's going to have some great airtime on it, I can promise you that. And this is an amazing addition for SeaWorld San Antonio, and I honestly just can't wait to ride this one day. And with it being tallest, fastest, and longest wooden coaster in Texas, that's pretty remarkable. Because you got 2 Six Flags parks in Texas, like I said, with Six Flags Over Texas and Six Flags Fiesta Texas. And one of those Six Flags really likes. So it's kind of interesting to see that SeaWorld's beating out Six Flags in the state of Texas for a coaster. And then on to SeaWorld San Diego, where they will be getting Mako. And I couldn't find a description from SeaWorld about this coaster yet, but I could find that we do know that this will be a BMM dive coaster, and it's going to be about 200 feet tall with an 143-foot drop while holding people on the drop for about 3 seconds. And it's going to be holding you guys at like a 45-degree angle while covering 2,500 feet of track, and each train will hold 18 people. And it's going to be located next to the Journey of Atlantis. And SeaWorld did say that this coaster is to make focus on shark awareness and conservation, and will include a partnership with a shark conservation organization. And this is just another great addition for San Diego, with them getting Tidal Twister in 2019 and Mako now in 2020. As Mako isn't that great for coaster enthusiasts, but it's a really big general public pleaser, as it's really admiring to look at, even if it isn't the greatest ride ever. But it's a really good ride to look at, pretty much. Then we move on to Busch Gardens, where we'll start with Tampa, and that Busch Gardens Tampa will be getting Iron Gwazi. And as described by Busch Gardens, Iron Gwazi takes thrills to new heights, plunging riders from a 206-foot tall peak into a 91-degree drop and reaching top speeds of 76 miles per hour. Riders on Iron Gwazi will experience a dozen airtime moments, including 3 inversions, as they sink their teeth into crocodile-inspired thrills. Manufactured by Rocky Mountain Construction, otherwise known as RMC, the newest addition at Busch Gardens will be a wood and steel hybrid coaster design featuring a maximum height of more than 200 feet tall. The ride will feature all new thrill elements as well as restored elements of Gwazi. Coaster enthusiasts can follow the progress of Iron Gwazi through the park's social media channels while using hashtag Iron Gwazi. So this ride is going to be great when it opens. At least we all think so, as it is taking the wooden dueling coaster Gwazi and changing it into Iron Gwazi, which is going to be done by RMC. And RMC is doing their thing to it, so this is going to be the most talked about coaster for 2020. As it will be 206 feet tall with a 91-degree drop, 91-degree angle drop, and will reach speeds up to 76 miles per hour, while also having 3 inversions, 12 airtime hills, and will be 4,075 feet of track. That, of course, will be a purple color that we have seen that actually looks really good on it. And let's just say expectations are really high for this coaster, considering the fact the last major RMC that we really know of that reached this peak of level was done in Cedar Point, which is still Vincent, which a lot of people consider the best coaster in the world. So people are expecting much of the same from this, hopefully. Then on to Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which is getting Pantheon. As they said today, Busch Gardens Williamsburg announced exciting details about Pantheon, a record-breaking multi-launch coaster set to open in 2020. Featuring a total of 4 launches, this coaster located in the park's Festa Italia village will reach a top speed of 72.5 miles per hour, making it the fastest multi-launch coaster in North America. New Pantheon coaster combines the might of 5 Roman gods and 1 record-breaking display of strength, speed, and power, including forward and backward launches, 2 inversions, and a 95-degree drop. The gods reinforce the theming of the new coaster and illustrate some of the thrilling elements for brave riders. With the coaster featuring the 5 different gods, which are Minerva, which represents the 3 launches, and it says, implore Minerva, the good goddess of wisdom and war, to guide you through an extreme journey. Mercury, which represents the speed of 72 miles per hour, run messages to the gods on Mercury's lightning-fast wings. The height of Neptune at 178 feet high, rise with the power of Neptune's trident and plunge deep into the raging sea. And then the 95-degree of drop is associated with Jupiter, sent to the epic crescendo and come face-to-face with Jupiter, the king of all Roman gods. And the 2 inversions are associated with Pluto, escape Pluto's twisted on the world and be immortalized in the Garden of Gods. So all of these elements of gods will combine to make our epic thrilling ride, as this coaster will be an intimate launch coaster that will feature 4 launches, with one of them being backwards, while reaching a top speed of 72 miles per hour and a max height of 180 feet, with a drop of 95 degrees, with there being 2 inversions and a spike that will take us on a backwards track, with the track length of the coaster being 3,328 feet, and it's rumored to be a 2-minute ride. This ride has been compared to the Hagrid coaster that just opened at Islands of Adventure at Universal Studios Orlando, but I think it's going to be less steaming than that, but it is going to be faster and taller, so we will have to wait and see how those 2 compare. Also, for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, there is a rumored 2021 coaster going around as well. But we can save that talk for another day, as we're just focused on the 2020 coasters right now. So what do you guys think of SeaWorld Entertainment's all additions to their parks and all the coasters that are coming? I would like to hear it. Also, leave a suggestion for a new video down in the comments below. Who knows? Your suggestion may just be the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Of course, just make sure to click on those links down there if you want to do it, as there's a Discord link and you can join in the conversation that I have with fans. Also, there's an Instagram and Twitter link, as I keep up with my social media sites pretty well, I think. And more than likely, it's going to be more Twitter and Instagram. Make sure to keep an eye on that. Also, there's a Patreon link down there if you guys want to donate and get some exclusive content. That's all up to you guys go. And of course, just make sure you leave them through every day, just like it is your last.